One summer when I was still a little girl, I watched the noontime movie on KTVT. Actually, it was a regular summer activity for me, something that I looked forward to, the noontime movie. Anyway, on this particular day, To Kill a Mockingbird was aired. Being a little tomboy myself, I identified with Scout. But the thing that really touched me deeply about the film was the moment at the end of the trial when Atticus is still there and all the black people sitting in the balcony are waiting for him to leave before they leave. All the white people downstairs had already cleared out and the courtroom was quiet. Scout and Dell and Jim are there too, in the balcony. They had squeezed in at the feet of the black people in the packed courthouse. And when Atticus got up to leave, the Reverend, sitting close to Scout, told her to stand up. She asked him why, and his response was, "Your father's passing." I still cry every time I watch this scene. Everyone in that hot and packed balcony stood up for Atticus, a white man. And Atticus didn't even notice. He seemed overcome with emotion and thought regarding the outcome of the trial. But what mattered to me was that the black people welcomed 3 white children in an already packed balcony. More than that, they were very, very kind to them. And they honored the white man who represented a black man, even though he lost the trial. As I watched this scene, a great burden lifted from me. A burden I felt ever since I could remember. Even as a small child. I think I was around 7 or 8 when this came on TV. That's when I realized that black people would not punish me for the hatefulness of my family. I realized that no matter what my family did, black people would still look at me as an individual and judge me for my actions, not my family's. And for the rest of my life, all the way till now, this has been the case. I do not believe this will change. Recently, I watched a documentary film called Family Name. The filmmaker, Mackie Alston, a white man, returns to the South to uncover the truth about his ancestors. A family history that is tied to lots of black people with the same last name. And some of these black people are his kin, if you get my meaning. What he discovers is that the black Alstons have no anger towards him or about what happened in the past. Basically, they just want to move forward with what is happening right now. It is the white filmmaker that is having the difficulty healing from what happened many generations ago. Don't you think it is about time for white people to let go of what happened in the past? It can be irritating to black people when white people hold on to this idea of the unforgivable past. Sometimes when people do unforgivable things, the shame of that can continue to be carried by people who had nothing to do with it. It makes me think of the experience of incest survivors holding on to the shame of the shameful act done to them. When people act shamefully, that shame needs to be healed, which takes courage, the courage to heal. Often people want to cast this shame onto others. They can even want to normalize the shame instead of seeing it for what it is, an affliction. Shame that does not belong to us is an affliction. We do not have to embrace the shame that does not belong to us. What we can do is look at ourselves with honesty and know we are not our ancestors. And we can know that the unforgivable can be forgiven. We can begin again and again as much as we need. Forgiveness, new beginning. Forgiveness, new beginning. Forgiveness, new beginning. We can offer compassion. We can let the past humble us. Humility is beautiful, and life is always trying to humble us because humility is the way to divinity. Humility is divinity.